Welcome to the Whiskey Hour podcast, where our aim is to educate, innovate, and entertain the masses with positivity, humor, and fact-based opinion on your favorite everyday topics. Oh, yeah. And with a smooth glass of whiskey. We're brought to you by T3 Photography and Media Productions. If you enjoy vibing with us, don't forget, hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss out on any content or high-profile updates. I'm your host, Big Phil. I'm joined by my man, Erik and Jay. Say what's up to the people.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
The boy JG with some Maker's Mark from my Father's Day present. Appreciate your fathers.
And before I forget, thank you, Jason. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers in the world, man. It's a thankless job, but someone has to do it, you know? Someone has to do it.
For sure.
So as you guys know, our show is titled The Whiskey Hour Podcast. So
Father's
to kick it
Day
off,
gifts.
we like to go around the table and share our thoughts on our whiskey of the week. I'm going to start it off real quick. I'm keeping it close to the vest. I kind of repeated from last week, but I'm finishing off a bottle. So I'm bringing it back around one time, the Gentleman's Jack.
That's about time. I didn't think you were ever going to finish that bottle.
This is the end of bottle 2. I'm still on this high road of the High West. I will not stop drinking it.
I got to try that. You like it, so I got to try it.
Dude, it's unreal. It's probably, I don't know. It's just that good. This is, put it this way. This is bottle number 2 of Cedar Ridge, and it's just been open for taste.
Ooh.
This is number 2.
That's gonna be a good bottle right there.
I'm sorry, but the High West just takes precedence.
No, I know. Hey,
what you sipping on, Jay? What you sipping on?
Hey, man. Like I said, so it's for the Father's Day. My son-in-law, or my stepson's got me some Maker's Mark, and then they got me these really nice Maker Mark glasses. So tonight it's Maker's Mark, and then we're gonna probably hit that High West next go around.
You gotta do it.
I know.
Before we get into our special guest of the evening, today is Father's Day. So just for a few minutes, I want us to go around the horn and kind of share some of your guys' favorite Father's Day memories, either with your dad or being a dad to your children. Jason, I know you kind of you've had children of your own, obviously, but Erik, we'll start with you. Jason, then I'm gonna round it out.
So my greatest memory as a father is it sounds kind of screwed up though. So obviously the day he was born was the day that it shaped my life, and I really felt as a father then. But obviously we love sports, so I'll dive into my favorite memory with him in sports. My son's a wrestler, and he's damn good at it too. And he was wrestling this kid that those two kids would, if they wrestled 10 times, you never know where it's going to go. And he was losing, and there was about 30 seconds left in the match. And my son had a 5-point move, so basically a takedown with a near fall. And then the guy was coming to tap the ref to end the match. And my son actually ended up pinning the kid in 5 seconds. And for me, it was crazy because I saw my kid go through the stages of emotion of wanting to give up but can't give up, hurt, tired, pissed off, and he did it, man. He won, and it was pretty wild to watch him do that as he's growing and maturing, into a young man. It's pretty cool to see him do that.
That's amazing.
So I'm obviously a stepdad. I came into the equation when my stepdaughter's 13, and it's a little bit different, obviously, I think, from you guys, because you got to see it from birth, and I'm getting it right at the hormonals. And for me, my best memory or my greatest memory right now is watching her. She started out playing lacrosse, and she's really I bought her first lacrosse stick, her cleats. I put her in all these camps, and she's learning, and she's and I'm taking her every day, and I'm dropping her off, and I'm helping her at practices and playing wall ball and all this, craziness. And she's actually taking my advice. And I think the greatest memory I have so far with her is that she actually made me a Father's Day card, and she really explained to me how, she views me as a stepfather, and the fact that she's glad I came into her life and stood up and have been through all the craziness of juggling a child who's never, had a stepfather or has lost her father and then now has a stepfather. That's such an awkward thing to go through. And we've been through it. We've been through all the hard times, the heartaches, the good times, the molding. And to see her glad, or to say that she's glad that I'm her stepfather, just broke my heart and just made me happy that I actually did something right and didn't screw it up.
Hey, man, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
That's a unique situation too, Jason, because for myself, I had a stepmother as well. I moved to Germany 2005 or 6 to live with my dad and my stepmom. So to your point, it's a unique situation for her to care for you, even though you're not her biological father. That's great, man.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
So I got 2 memories for myself. The one is the first day my oldest son, Jalen Charles, was born. It was May 17, 2015. And what sticks out to me is that, my wife had a C-section. I wasn't in there. Her mom was in there with her. When doctors came out to say, hey, here you go. I thought they were handing me like this toy baby to learn how to hold before I get my real son. But it was actually this human being I had in my hand. I'm like, whoa. And at that moment, I never realized how much I could love something else outside of myself or my wife or my family, my mom, my dad. That love I felt in that moment was amazing.
I imagine that feeling to be electric, huh? Like it's just so much, like it's so hard to process that. I imagine
you can't put it into words.
No, I'm not an emotional person. So like for me, like I have some emotions in the sense that I'm different, but like I the whole time I knew I was having a son, I never really like truly embraced it until like he came into my arms, and I was like, well, this is my mission now. This is my mission till I leave this earth. You know what I mean? Like this is my ticket.
Exactly.
To show him everything that I ever wanted and needed, and to provide. And like, people search. I searched. Everybody's like, oh, what do I do in this world? What am I here for? And for me, like that moment, I knew like it doesn't matter anymore. Like for me, I'm here to be the best father I can be to my son, because he's going to be bigger than me or anybody, his mother, anybody could ever imagine being. I see it in him every day. I just do. And that's my goal, is to teach him humility and empathy and to be a good person,
Yeah.
And you know what, Eric? And I echo that sentiment 1,000%, because how I look at it, and it might seem kind of extreme, but like when my kids were born, I feel like my life died, not in a literal sense, but like what I want is on the back burner, because I want them to get the most out of life. I want to teach them to be the best, help raise them to be the best they can be. I want them to surpass me. So to your point,
your priorities have changed now. Your view of life has changed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now you got to look out for somebody else other than just your own life.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a wild thing, man. It's a wild thing.
Boom. We have a special guest in the building with us tonight, Mr. Jelani Brown. Say what's up to the people.
What's up, guys? What's up? What's going on? Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, my name is Jelani Brown. Appreciate you guys for having me on. I'm from the What the Game Means to Me podcast. Pretty new, just started about a month ago. Haven't posted anything about 2 weeks, but we just took some time to
I like that name.
What the game? Yeah, it kind of went. I was talking to my girl about it. I was struggling because I wanted to start a podcast for about a year. I didn't know, like, kind of course quarantine kind of just kicked everything off. I was like, let me just do it now since I don't got nothing to do. And I was just battling with names, just talking to her, and it just kind of rang. She said, I like that. Just go with it. So decided to go with that. But yeah, man, kind of same thing. Kind of like what you guys do. It took about 2 weeks to figure out kind of what I wanted to do. Talk to my dad. Like I said, shout out to my dad. Happy Father's Day. Kind of decide what direction I wanted to go in. Kind of, just talking about the sports that I know, and also having some people on. I just graduated from Georgia State, so I kind of want
congrats.
to appreciate it. I want to talk to maybe some like sports industry folks, and I know a few players that play at college level and in the NFL, and then a few NBA players as well. So decided maybe I can have those guys on as well, just to kind of get everybody's story and journey on why they got into sports, how they got to where they are, maybe some cool, crazy sports stories and stuff. And then, just do a rundown of, all the, latest sports news and everything. So kind of what my show is about. Like I said, appreciate you guys for having me on again.
Hey,
oh, man.
Hey, for those of y'all don't know, me and Big Phil over there. We're gonna be on his show
yeah.
repping.
Yes, I
Big Phil
forgot.
got New Orleans. I
Who
got
that?
Cowboys.
Yeah, I
Yeah, we
forgot.
gonna be showing out, man.
Let me talk about that real quick. I forgot. Let me, I guess, talk about that. So yeah, one of the things I did talk about with my dad, he was saying, like, you've been listening to a few of my shows. He's like, hey, like you need some, some guys gonna, go back and forth, some banter, make it a little funny, have some people, catch their ear and like tune in. So I was like, you know what? I was like, NFL season coming up. Let me think of something. And I just thought of, little division little rivalries, banter series. So about 2-3
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the dates figured out on Tuesday. I'm still trying to hear back from a few groups, but Tuesday I'll post up a schedule when every division is gonna go. But basically it's gonna be I try to find the craziest fans across the country that know the most about their teams.
Well,
Listen, you got the three craziest ones right here.
Right.
well, no,
It's
no.
a sad day we couldn't get
you
Erik
already-
over there for the
You already got
New
you
England.
already got a Pats guy, but I bet you couldn't tell you the roster 15 years ago.
He might not, but the thing is, I'm probably still gonna have you on because what I'm doing.
I could.
With two other teams. I'm gonna have my guys on, kind of just helping them out a little bit. So yeah, of course we're gonna get you on, Erik. I'll put you in the group after I guess we get off of this. But like I said, try to find the craziest fans I could that knew the most about their teams, can talk the most shit. And group them up, pair them up. We already got a little bit back and forth going in the NFC East. That's my favorite to look at and read. Y'all.
Jonathan, if you're out there, Jonathan and Chris, I'm coming for you. I got 6 pages on each team. I'm coming for you.
Typical Texas guy, loud as hell.
Hey, we're gonna jump into it, fellas.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to the college ranks for a second. So, with the rapid rise of COVID-19 cases in the college world causing doubt on the restart of the college football season, what do you guys think realistically is going to happen? Do you guys see the NCAA having a season this year? Do you guys see some major stipulations on how they're going to start operating? What do you guys think?
Erik, you go first.
I think there's going to be major stipulations, but I think they're going to operate because I think that schools will lose a lot of money. There's a lot of small schools that play big name schools and create a lot of revenue for them. So I think it would be very detrimental to the economic growth of that school if they don't have a season. But so I think it will happen. But I'm not a doctor. I'm not in the medical field at all. But this whole rise in COVID, man, I don't know how to take it because like. Before everybody was talking about everybody dying from COVID. Now everybody's talking about people getting COVID. So it's like we're testing so many more people with these tests. Like, man, of course there's gonna be more people with COVID that you didn't know. But like, how can you stop how can you stop life from going on? Because sports, I think, unifies society. I really do. It sounds stupid to say.
Sports and music.
But I think that it unifies people. Like, I get chills when I watch crazy shit happen on the TV when I'm watching my teams or I'm in a stadium. So like to take that away, that's more restless. But I don't know. For me, my heart will shatter if sports continue to shut down. I'm just gonna crumble. But I think it'll be fine with a lot of stipulations, a lot of precautions. I think it'll be fine.
I don't like how do you operate within the confines of the sport with 6 feet? Like, I don't get it. Jelani, what do you think, man?
Yeah, like kind of Erik said, I'm gonna be crushed if it doesn't happen. But I don't know, from the beginning, of all of this, it's been kind of, just a lot of information come from different sides. You don't really know, what's going on. Like now, people are saying kind of like the numbers are rising because so much more testing is going on, and before it was just
death.
Be cautious. I just don't really know or to believe or anything. But kind of like what Erik was saying too, like with football and what you just said too, with football is how you gonna keep 6 feet? Like football is contact sport, it's just impossible. Versus basketball, there's kind of there's a little bit of ways that they're able to control it, a little bit, but other than that, I don't know. The two, because I think Clemson was the other school that they had this.
Yes.
They had around 28 or something as well.
Yeah.
So
21.
Two big schools, just coming back. I think they've only been back 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, in person doing drills and stuff. So it's a little alarming for sure. And other schools continue to, have these numbers pop up. foresee happening.
but alarming, yeah. But like at the same time, you got to also think and wonder, what are we really being told? So those 21 guys get COVID, but they show no symptoms and they're machines on the field and they're fine. So what are we really even dealing with? I mean, yeah, it's serious. It's serious on all aspects, but like it just still makes you think.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said,
right, here we go. One word and my favorite jingle: money, 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 money. Listen.
Your lack of rhythm concerns me, Jason.
Yeah. What's that? That's that Tom Cruise movie?
First of all, no, Eric, it was not Tom Cruise.
No.
It was a theme show to our favorite president, Trump, and The Apprentice. And I don't remember the name of the group that sang that song, but they're out there. Anyway, long story short.
You said our favorite president? You mean your favorite president?
Yeah, that's not my favorite.
Man, listen, man.
Not my favorite.
I didn't pick the man. Leave me alone. I didn't pick.
You just said your favorite. That ain't mine.
I ain't got no Magna hat on. I got my Rocky. I'm at my Astro. So leave me alone.
Ooh.
Listen, hey guys, look,
more cheaters.
Oh, you got something to say, Brown?
A little bit.
You got something to say. Who's your team, Brown?
I'll let you go.
Who's your teams? Boston? No, that's right. You're a Braves fan. Hey,
Mets fan.
Oh, my bad. You're a Mets.
Yes, sir. Mets fan.
Okay, y'all.
I'll accept.
Y'all ain't been relevant since 1986 when the Astros came there and we lost by accident. So I don't want to hear it, Lenny Dykstra.
Yeah, they just replayed that on TV.
I
watched the whole game.
Hey, listen, man, we all love Lenny Dykstra. I ain't gonna give him a hard time. Listen, this about money. These colleges can't go without money no more than the average homeowner can go without a paycheck for their down payment on their rent.
Speak.
So yes, absolutely, they're gonna be some college football because these cats need money. Number one. Number two, I am sick and tired of going to my favorite sports bar and watching cornhole. Want to watch some damn cornhole? You ever watch cornhole?
Watch golf. Watch golf.
You got cornhole, you got darts, or my God, PBA.
Hey, hold up. I'm telling you how bad it is. I had my sleep study last night, right? I'm watching TV, and they're actually televising on ESPN an NBA 2K game tournament on ESPN.
hey, my girl, listen, my daughter, she likes that NASCAR. Shit, boy, it's a NASCAR. Oh, wait a minute. No, it ain't. It's two kids with remote controls playing NASCAR.
Phil, I'm on the fence because, like, I don't know. I'm on the fence. Like, it's gonna happen, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know what the government is doing, and it's all weird to me now. So I'm like, I don't even want to say anything on it.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I think if the NBA and WNBA are able to go through with their plan, I think all sports will probably be fine, and I think everything's gonna come back. Honestly,
bro.
What I'm worried about right now is baseball. Baseball can't get how many games they want to have, don't want to have. They may have 10 by the time they get it figured out. I mean, the Manfred wants 60 games or 70 games. The players want like 50 to 60.
Mm-hmm.
It's like raises. They don't want to give them pay raises. Nobody can get along. There may not even be baseball this year for the way they're running it.
Like you said, it's really just about the money with them because I don't know why they're fighting over 10 games, like you just said. Like that's really all it is. Like
there's 10 games.
Yeah, that's nothing. I mean,
they just need a 65, meet in the middle. Let's go. Start. I think they
they definitely need to start because I'm ready to go. Hey, listen, we didn't get clean house in Houston.
Who you play for? Who you play for?
Who do I play for? I play for me, Eric. I'll play for me, okay?
The casual fan.
I'm a booster. I'm a booster for the Astros.
He said, y'all would want this season to go by.
He said, we're ready to play. We're ready to play.
We are ready to play, man. Listen, we done got all our injuries healed up. We done brought in a new manager in Dusty Baker. We ready to go.
Well, you had to.
I know you guys.
You had to have a new manager.
Yeah, I just had the MLB draft last week or a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
right?
we didn't. We lost those picks. We drafted nobody.
Yeah, no picks for them.
We didn't draft nobody, but we don't need to. I really, man, we still have a solid team. Honestly, we have a solid team, and we are going to be competing. Mm-hmm. Maybe with a few less trash cans, but we're going to be competing.
Hey, let's jump into the NFL right quick. So we had one of the better drafts in recent memory. with the 2021 NFL draft. So I want you guys to give me some of your high impact rookies, some guys that are going to make immediate impacts on the first day, on the first game. Jelaine, let me start with you. Who do you got for some of your most impactful rookies this season?
Impactful. Honestly, I'm gonna probably just start with the wide receiver class. I think a lot of people kind of half and half. A lot of people were saying it was kind of a little bit overrated. A lot of people say it's the deepest wide receiver draft class in a minute. I forgot since which class. I think Odell's class.
Odell's class,
anyway, yeah, since Odell's class. But anyway, I think honestly, what you call it? Who got Ruggs. All the Alabama boys that got drafted, Ruggs and Judy. I think both of them gonna be immediate impacts right when they step on the field. Honestly, depending on their quarterbacks, really. If Derek Carr can perform with the speed, and if Drew Lock is, performing like he did down
I think Ruggs is overrated, man. To me, he's a speed guy. Like I mean,
he is a speed guy, but I see him like a little bit. Yeah, he can. I think he's a little bit like I guess people would compare him to like Tyreek Hill, but a little bit bigger body. And I think I don't really know the other receivers that they got down there. They've been having so many come in and out. Like I said, they can probably maybe shadow that, and then like I said, if Derek Carr is playing right, kind of use him as kind of like a Tyreek Hill. Other than that, like I said, the wide receiver class I think is pretty deep. All the wide receivers, big name wide receivers that came off the board, I think going to perform, step on the field pretty well. Chase Young, I think there was a lot of hype around him too, but I think he's going to perform up to speed too. I've been watching a few of his little workout videos.
That's watching his one-man defense right there.
Nah, he's playing across from one of the boys I used to play with when I grew up. What you call it? Montez Sweat. I used to play with him when I was little league. So,
but it's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough to grade
them two on the ends as a tandem. They're gonna cause some havoc in the NFC East for your boys.
I don't know how I feel about Chase Young, man. Because just look at who Ohio State faced as far as offenses throughout the season. I mean, they haven't played any big name schools until they played Clemson. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he went up against some vanilla offenses, but we'll see. Ohio State has pumped out some pretty spectacular defensive ends over the last few years.
Yeah, so. That's kind of I guess what I'm banking on. But like I said, I think like I said, coach with their new coaching up there, they're starting over. They're turning a new leaf. Like I said, they got pretty much trying to build their line like they did in San Francisco with the 49ers. Yeah. They got just young boys up in the front. So I think say him and Montez on the ends. I think he'll step on the field and make an immediate impact as well. But those are my three.
What do you guys think?
Well, I think the Chase Young, definitely. Ruggs. Even if Carr doesn't play well, which we'll talk more about Carr here in a minute, man, he still got Mariota in the background. Ruggs will probably have a pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
No,
that inspires confidence.
No, you know what, though? I think Mariota sometimes change the scenery can change a man.
Tannehill. Look at Tannehill. You're right.
I'm not – exactly. Tannehill is a perfect example, right? I'm not saying it's going to be, but I tell you what, Mariota is still a pretty decent as a QB2 compared to what else is out there in the league.
Facts.
So we'll see what he can do. I think I think what he said is pretty legit. I don't have really too many things. I think there's some other guys out there that are going to be a little bit better than what he's saying, but I do think that the three that he picked are going to produce. As a matter of fact, 2 out of the 3 that he said are on my list. So yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Hey, this is what I got, man. I think if I definitely got Chase Young. Come on, that's just a guaranteed. I think CeeDee Lamb in the slot for Dallas. Dallas already got 2,000-yard receivers. I think CeeDee Lamb is going to take the pressure off that, and he's going to give Dallas what Dallas needs in the middle is that slant route, and he's a physical guy, and I think that's going to be the guy that's going to carry that offense over the top. Okay?
I wanted to say CD, but I was like, yeah, I don't know.
I know you. Jelani, I know what you wanted to say, baby. I got you. This is the name that you forgot to copy, but it's all right. It's on my board. Hey, listen, but hey, for real though, hey, I'm looking at Giants, the drafted offensive tackle, Andrew Thomas. Look, Daniel Son over there, he didn't have too good of a QB rating, so they're going to need somebody to keep this guy upright so he can get the ball downfield. Because let's be honest, Giants didn't have 1,000-yard receivers. So offensive tackle, big need, and I think those guys, and I think he's going to jump right in the mix, and he's going to jump right in there, he's going to produce right off the get. Okay,
your boy was throwing picks left and right. He didn't give the receivers a chance to catch 1,000 yards.
Well, hey, and that's right. No, I agree with that. And that's why I think Thomas is going to be an immediate impact player because he's offensive tackle. Come on, we know that's the number one position on the O-line, and they needed that. So he's going to be right there
pedigree
in the beginning.
coming out of Georgia. He has a pretty good pedigree.
He did.
I got Rager. I got Jalen Rager for the Eagles because they need a speed receiver. They still don't really have that. I don't think they got Alshon Jeffrey.
He's a Nelson Angler Jr.
Jackson. But Rager's the guy I think that's going to carry that team.
Yeah. I see a Nelson Angler Jr. That's what I see with him.
You think so?
I was hoping. I thought they was going to get Justin Jefferson. In
that's what I thought.
I would feel like they would give, I guess, y'all Cowboys a little bit of a run. But yeah, I didn't want them to, like he said.
They reached for him.
Yeah, another reach.
I think Rager, but I do think Rager's going to be a good one. I think Judy, kind of like to your point with Locke, they needed a slot receiver. They needed a guy who had polished route running. And I think Judy's going to provide that for them. But I'm telling you right now, guys, hey, listen, I've been watching that CeeDee Lamb and some of his workouts, especially in his backyard with his boys, and this guy's coming to play. I'm telling you, he's coming to play. Hey, we were right about that guy, Phil.
Hey, Eric, who you got for your list?
Man, I don't even want to say it because it's like the first time I ever agreed with Jason.
Say it one more time for the people to hear what you're saying.
Nah, for real though.
Give me my props.
I gotta go with this, man. Whether it's Dak Prescott or Andy Dalton throwing him the ball, I feel like CeeDee Lamb is literally gonna say, "I'm a full-grown man and I can play in the NFL with ease." He's the most physical receiver in that draft class. People may whatever. I don't care what they think. If you watch the tape, he's the most physical receiver in that draft class. He creates space off of physicality, not off his route running. So I think the NFL is more or less a physical game than it was in college, because in college you could play a subpar D1 team and burn any D-back, but whatever. CeeDee Lamb's psychotic. And I wasn't on board with him. But the more I sat and analyzed it and thought about it and kept thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it, we're going to see Joe Burrow's true talent. And I think that he is actually going to bring the Bengals to a 500 team. I think he will with nobody. I think he'll do it with nobody.
Let me ask you this. Hey, Eric, let
me
ask you this.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, hold on. Let me ask you this, Eric, because and the reason why I'm asking this, because I actually did have Burrows on my list too, but I'm not mentioning him here because I'm still I'm not really 100% sold on him because let me ask you this. I think he's going to come out he's going to be an impact player because let's be honest, they done got rid of Dalton. They ain't got no choice but to put him in there.
Right.
But what I wonder is, let me ask you this. But what I wonder is, will that offensive line, number one, protect for him well enough as being – because he's going to be a rookie now. He's going to come out there with some shaky feet. I don't care what he says. So will that offensive line give him enough time to make those passes?
There's a difference. Joe Burrow's way more mobile than Andy Dalton ever thought of being. So
two different players.
He's gonna have to be mobile to save his life.
It's not about being having to be. He is. And what I'm saying is that O-line may crumble against Dalton. Let's be real here. Andy Dalton with a very good offensive line will sling the ball. Case closed.
Right. And that's right. And to my point, because you're saying that, that's why I agree with you. Because he is a mobile guy.
And then the other person, I mean, everybody can agree. Chase Young. I have a weird mental note with that though. I have a weird mental note. For Chase Young, it's either huge impact or it's fall on my face.
Yeah.
I don't see a middle.
Right.
So I think that in college he was a man amongst boys, yes. But I think he's going to try it in the NFL, and he either proves that he is an animal or everybody says, kind of a bust.
Let me ask you a question. This goes more to your pick of Chase Young, and really my pick of Chase Young. Let me get everybody's opinion on this. Jadeveon Clowney.
Ooh.
Guy when he came
That's what I was just about that.
You stole my thought. You stole my thought.
Yes. Hey, listen, I am the mental samurai.
You stole my thought.
Delaney Connor, when he came in the league, this guy was supposed to be the beast. Yeah. The guy that crushed the combine. The guy who was supposed to second coming of Christ to the defensive line.
That one hit made him. That one hit made him.
He's not. He's a good player. David Connor is a good player, but he ain't the guy that we all thought he was going to be.
Well, I
So
think
Will
hey,
Chase Young.
he's good / great. He's not a typical
But
edge
you know
rusher.
what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
the lock that we all gave him. Because if he was really truly the lock, he's still not drafted, or he's not on anybody's team right now.
Yeah.
There's another person that I think that have a positive impact, but it's kind of a biased opinion. But in the same sense is it goes back to the combine statistics because the Patriots safety they drafted Rugger, he had the best numbers as a safety in the whole combine. And
right.
Hey, Jelani, you might want to fix that Jordan jersey.
I was like,
I feel
what?
bad. I feel bad. I feel bad for him. Sorry, Your Earnest.
Oh no, you're all
no, but if Jordan,
We got
if
technical difficulties over here in Atlanta. Technical difficulties.
Jordan, if you're ever watching, man, Jelani's apologies.
good.
But no, I think that for me, combine numbers don't really matter. In Phil knows this, the way I look at it. I'm all about this and what I see up here in this. So Phil knows that's how I speak heavily on, because you could have a terrible pro day, terrible numbers. But
Brady was a great example of combine doesn't matter. He's only the
goat.
freaking GOAT.
Yeah, but that's like a once in a lifetime situation.
Whoa, hang on, timeout. We're gonna continue that conversation when we go back to the quarterbacks and pressure, because I got one that you're sleeping on.
Somebody stepped on his toes.
I know who it is. I know who it is now.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't. I have a perfect argument for it.
You know what? Hey, we're just gonna go right into the questions right now because I already know who it is. So,
yes.
So QBs under the most pressure this season. I'm gonna name off a few right now for you guys to kind of ponder. But give me your thoughts on who are the QBs under the most pressure this season. I put Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott, Carson Wentz, Baker Mayfield, and Derek Carr for various reasons, obviously. But you guys, I'm gonna let you go at first, Eric, because I want to know who's the sleeper I'm missing on. But let me know who you guys think are the QBs under the most pressure this season.
Most pressure, Jarrett Stidham. How is it? No, wait, no. Before y'all laugh at me, think about it. Let's be real. The past 20 years. What do you mean? I mean, you could.
He just came out of the womb. What pressure does he have?
Dak Prescott sucks. Cowboys suck. Get over it.
Haven't even sent him home yet. What pressure does he have?
Let him speak.
Listen.
Let him speak.
You have all these quarterbacks. Drew Brees. Yeah, he's got pressure because we can all be real here. Drew Brees and the Saints have been screwed over for the past 2 years, 3 years.
Yep.
All I'm saying is Tom left. It was a kick to the gut. And I understand that he earned the right to do whatever he wanted. But what I'm saying now is, to me, when people talk about Tom Brady, they say, "Oh, Tom Brady, yeah, it's the greatest quarterback ever played the game." But to me, when you say Tom Brady, we're not talking about the Patriots anymore, because Tom Brady doesn't play for the Patriots, and that is where Jarrett Stidham has the most pressure on his shoulders. He's coming into an organization that has won countless years out, all the Super Bowl rings, Super Bowl appearances, and he's got to pick up where Tom left.
No one expects him to pick up, though.
No. But here's the difference, though. I think he has a mentality that he's already put it in his shoulder. He's already put it on his back, where I'm going to shock the world. And people tell me I'm nuts, but there's going to come a time, mid next year, end of next year's football season, people are going to be like, "God damn, Eric, your 10-6 prediction is real."
Exactly.
Hey, let's move on to so you got Stidham as your number one under pressure. Anybody else you got under pressure?
Yeah, I do. The next one's Drew Brees.
Because of what he said, or because of athleticism?
Both.
So I'm not going to hold Drew Brees as a bad guy for what he said, because
he's not a bad guy. He just
he said what he said off the fly. He didn't think.
We're in a delicate time frame. He just,
right. It wasn't anything negative, but I think Drew Brees is under the most pressure because and this is different pressure. I don't think it's pressure from the NFL. I don't think it's pressure from society. I don't think it's pressure from fans. I don't think it's pressure from
himself.
I think it's because
his last year.
Yeah, because
it really is. And
Let's be real.
Breeze is a very much a competitor, and I think he doesn't want to play the game if he's not
That
competitive.
arm is not there no more. He's losing that
No,
arm strength.
but Lou, it's a crazy thing coming from a Pats fan's mouth. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. In a lot, 98% of people will agree. But when somebody asks who's better, who else is there with you in that conversation? For me, and I'm not going off rings here. I'm going off a simple fact of him playing the game. Drew Brees is my close second, along with Brett Favre. Like, they're tied because the way that they played the game with the heart and passion they did. Drew Brees was always physically better than Tom Brady. Was always way better than that department.
Tom Brady just had a really good strategy of the short ball. He was a master of the short ball.
That's
what kept him. That's what kept him in the game.
He has the intangibles. Tom has the intangibles.
Yeah, exactly. He does. But so who? Okay, so you got Brady's your second, or Breeze is your second. I'm gonna talk on Breeze when I get mine. Who's your third?
Derek Carr.
Yep, thank you. I was gonna say Derek Carr. He had one good season before John Gruden got there, and John doesn't even want that guy. John doesn't even want that guy on the roster.
But
and Derek's been kind of hurt. Remember when he hurt me and jacked up was it the shoulder that he jacked up?
He hasn't been that good. He just hasn't been that good.
Well,
he had that one good year, but the year after that, that's when he got injured, and that's when he I think it was an ACL, if I'm not correct. Was it ACL that he had injured?
Oh, broken ankle. Broken ankle.
I think it was his ACL. It was either the ACL or the ACL. Either way, that's a pretty significant injury, and that can deteriorate your play.
He broke his ankle. He broke his ankle initially.
Yeah, right before playoffs. Like that year, they thought they might get to the Super Bowl.
And
I do see him under pressure that year. Got Mariota in the background. So if Carr doesn't play, Mariota probably wants. Look. Mariota was a starter. Now he's a backup. He wants to be a starter, just like Dalton wants to be a starter. So he's going to put that pressure on Carr. Well, Carr's going to have to perform.
But here's the thing about Carr, though.
And Mariota was
we saw
what's his name? A Gruden selection.
We saw what Carr could do before he broke his ankle. As Jillian said, in the playoffs, if a healthy Derek Carr is a scary quarterback.
I'll give you that. When he's healthy, absolutely.
Yeah. What does he do? Like, you say he's a dangerous quarterback. How so? I see him. He's had Amari Cooper, and look what he's done with Dallas. He's been a star in Dallas, and Derek Carr couldn't get nothing out of him.
But no, Derek Carr, he's got an arm. He's got arm, and he's got the mental mindset to win games. And we saw that before he broke his ankle, and that was the first injury he took, and then he got injured again coming back because I think he was rushed. I really truly think he was rushed, and I think Mariota is going to push him and light that fire, and you're going to see a Derek Carr that people I don't think have ever seen yet. I think he still has. Derek Carr's got an arm. He really truly does, and it's not even having an arm; he's got an accurate arm.
So, and it's a question to the group. So, was Mariota just an insurance policy, or was he there? Is he there to legitimately compete for that starting job?
He's got to be an insurance policy because
insurance.
He's too established in the game for what he does to be anything more than I think that. But I will say this: if Carr goes down or Carr doesn't perform, and Mariota steps in, and Mariota takes advantage of that situation, he could very well become your starter, and then Derek Carr can be traded for draft picks. Honestly,
yeah, for sure.
Because then the draft picks could lead them to their future quarterback.
Yeah.
But how?
Or I don't know. Carr may not get that high. You never know.
How long has Derek Carr had some time to recover? He's
had at least about a year. Remember the COVID-19, a little more than a year or so.
I'm thinking we're going to see a different Derek Carr. I firmly believe that.
Well, Vegas better hope so in their odds playing. Yeah. Jelani, who you got, man? Who's on your list?
Honestly, since we've been talking, I've been thinking more like, I guess two different types of pressures, like national pressure, of course the team nationally, and then like more organizational pressure.
Yeah,
we kind of hit on a lot of the quarterbacks, but one of the national pressure quarterbacks, I guess I was thinking in my head, is Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Last year, of course, all the hype, about their offense, even their defense too, just all the hype surrounding the team. Like we just wrote them off. I didn't, obviously. I know y'all probably didn't either. People that know football, like, okay, they're probably gonna go to the Super Bowl. Like, no. And this
you
year,
got Jarvis Landry.
Yeah.
You got Odell Beckham.
Yeah,
You gotta be producing.
They added more offensive talent. They got my boy Austin Hooper.
Yep.
You're right.
Yeah, I forgot another tight end. Of course, they got Kareem Hunt for a full year now.
They got the guy from Baltimore,
oh,
right?
Hunt. You're right. Yep.
And then now they got, you said, the Kareem Hunt for a full year.
Hunt,
and they
Chubbs.
Got, Chubbs for a full year. So it's like they're even more stacked up on offense now. But the missing piece that I've always felt like Baker, I don't know. I don't know if he can. I don't know. I'm not that big of a Baker fan. Like that one year, when he stepped in, and played like those last.
I'll give him one more chance.
Yeah, I'm giving this is last year. Like that's what I'm saying. National pressure. If he doesn't perform this year, it's like rumbling is going to be coming up. The Browns just aren't that great of an organization. They're trying to find some.
They had Freddie Kitchens, and that guy was a piss poor excuse of a coach. Exactly. So I was like.
There was no reason for him to. There was no reason for them to make that jump. Like I said, he came interim head coach. I guess they did good the last few games. So it's like, hey, that's Baker's his guy. Let's go with him. But that just wasn't a good matchup. So I think he has a lot of national pressure. And then, like I said, we already touched on Derek Carr. I think he's more like organizational pressure though, because there's
for sure
so much rumbling about him. Like ever since he broke his ankle that year, they were supposed to go to the Super Bowl that. They don't know if they really want him in and out. And now, like you said, Trey Gruden's there. That's not his quarterback. Nope. If he doesn't do well this year, he'll probably be out as well. So
absolutely.
Everybody else we kind of hit on. I think Tom Brady, that's more national pressure too, because of course we still got the argument: was it him or was it Belichick?
Exactly.
And because he has a loaded offense as well. He's in a new system.
Bruce Arians.
And he got his boy Gronk to come with him too. So it's like.
He hype right now.
Yeah, definitely a lot of hype. But I'm gonna go with my boy Keanu Neal. He said, "Hype without results mean nothing." So we'll see them 2 times this year. I know y'all will too. So we'll put an end to all that.
Hey, you better get them numbers so you can start texting that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Got to.
I gotta say one quick thing about Baker though. I think Baker, I think, is on a team with Odell, and I don't think Odell's the right fit for Baker because I think Odell's a lot louder of an individual than Baker, and I think Baker.
He's been quiet though. He's been kind of quiet.
Right, he has been, but Baker's an alpha male, and he's that same mindset.
The day you plant that flag in Ohio, you became the alpha male. There's no doubt about that.
I think. Something's got to click, and I think when it clicks, people are going to say, holy crap, Baker's nasty.
I believe
we haven't seen a real talent, Baker.
But like you said, it's just
we haven't seen full-blown Baker.
No. We'll see the full-blown Baker if he is successful. Right now, he's having to eat some crow. Yeah. And when he's done eating that crow and he comes out and plays and does what Baker's supposed to do, when he was drafted to do, then we'll see the planting of the flag.
Yeah,
and I agree with a lot of you guys' takes, but I'm gonna go to the heart, Jason. This one's for you. I think Dak Prescott's gonna be under a lot of pressure.
Oh my God!
If and when he signs a contract, because I do believe that the Cowboys are gonna pay him what he's asking for, regardless of what he wants. He's gonna get that money, and when he does, he's gonna have zero excuses, especially because they have your boy CeeDee Lamb. To me, CeeDee Lamb adds more pressure because now he has a plethora of weapons. He has zero excuses to not succeed.
I agree. Everybody in the NFL world, any fan in the world, they see a man with CeeDee Lamb. I think for the first time in a long time, I've seen people react to a guy coming from college and everybody say, you know what? You got CeeDee Lamb to throw to now, bro? Like,
okay, number one, Jelani, you can't use that when I come on your show in the NFC East gang. If I hear you utter any of this, you're gonna have problems.
No, you ain't gotta worry about that.
I know that. I'm just giving you a hard time because you let the Jordan off, but you got the Durant behind you. But that's all right.
Hey, we're heading into our final segment, ladies and gentlemen. Let's head to the NBA real quick. So, with the drama surrounding the NBA restart, who needs an NBA title the most? Jelani, what do you think?
Who needs it the most? Honestly,
to cement their legacy, who needs it the most this year?
Don't mess this up, Jelani.
I don't know if he need. I'm just throw it out. I'm a LeBron guy.
Oh, okay.
I don't like. and it's tricky because
Bill
I
just
don't
got
know.
happy.
I want to say I want to say that I want to say he doesn't need it. I don't think he really needs it to cement his legacy, but it would just, of course, it would put it over the top for, all the LeBron haters, people that think Michael Jordan is the GOAT. I think Michael Jordan is the GOAT still too.
You better say he's the
Kobe's
GOAT.
the GOAT, but
Like,
I digress.
Kobe's two.
Yeah,
Kobe's
okay.
two. We got one A, one B with those two, and then Kobe's
You
two.
got the baby GOAT and the
I
GOAT.
can take that.
Exactly. So I would say, like, just to put it over top for everybody that doesn't, that hates LeBron, LeBron haters, Michael Jordan fans, like LeBron, I think they're gonna win it, period, though, because from the beginning of the season, not from the beginning of the season, like they had low points, it was a little rocky, but the last, down the stretch, like the last maybe 10 games, especially the last two when they played the Bucks and the Clippers, back to back, they was finding a rhythm, and they was getting everybody back healthy. So I think they was gonna get on a roll, go into the playoffs, and find a way to eliminate the Clippers.
All I'm saying is dark 30s activated. LeBron's locked in, baby.
And now that they've had all this time to rest, they're going to be, obviously, they're going to be, sports or whatever, in Orlando. They don't got to travel. They don't got to do sleep loss. They ain't got to do all the other stuff that, comes with the NBA season. So he might be up there in age, but he's, just like another 20-year-old. So I think LeBron's locked in. He wants this one more than I think anybody right now in the NBA. So,
Erik,
I think they're going to get it.
who do you think needs the NBA title the most to cement their legacy this season?
Oh, damn, you had to reword it like that. Thought you asked me who's going to win the title.
Well, who needs it the most? Yeah, so
who needs it the most?
Yeah, who needs to win the NBA title the most in order to cement their legacy to be one of the best to ever play either at their position or NBA history, period.
Well, we all know. Well, we don't all know, but I can't. No, I can't tell if I'm gonna throw up before I say this or not. But
go ahead and say it. You know who you're gonna say. Go ahead, Clippers.
No.
Bucks.
Nah. Nope.
You gonna say LeBron?
No. Nope.
Nah, I knew he wouldn't go that far, but go ahead.
Man. So, if in a sense of needing a title, the way that you ask, if you need a title to submit their legacy, they ain't gonna win this year. I mean, they might. Who knows? But it's got to be.
I think I know it. I think I know what you're gonna say.
I hate saying it, man. I hate it. I don't even know why I don't like them. It's got to be the Rockets, man. James Harden has to. James Harden has to win, man. Yeah. If he don't win, it doesn't really solidify his legacy as who he is. I think James Harden's a cold-blooded killer on the basketball court, and he's ridiculous. But
Erik, you're now my new best friend.
But I gotta come back with the whole fact that we're talking about titles and everything like that.
That must have left a bad taste in your mouth. You want a mint?
Yeah, I need a mint right now. It's a green mint too, and it's a 4-leaf clover. But man, I just feel like if Jason Tatum, Kemba Walker, and the Celtics win, people will shut their mouths about.
It's not gonna happen. Not this year.
Whoa!
Not this year.
Let's pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. I'm just saying, realistically, James Harden needs to win. He does need to win. That's the way it is. And if you ask me who's gonna win the title this year, call me bat crazy. I don't care. I think in 7 games the Celtics can beat the Bucks, and I think it'll be the Lakers Celtics. That's just what I think. I think that Jason Tatum is a violent offensive scorer.
He's still a little wet.
Yeah, he's about as violent as my 6th grade teacher who taught gymnastics at the class.
Phil, I'm a little upset about this because you agreed
should be a lot upset about this.
Jason Tatum as a rookie brought this Celtics with nobody to Game 7 Eastern Conference Finals.
This is my question. This is the only question I have. Hold up, Jason. So if they're playing LeBron and Lakers in the finals, right, and LeBron putting up 43 points, 8 assists, 10 rebounds, who's going to match that output?
Lakers.
Tatum can score. I don't know if Tatum. Thank you.
Lakers.
No, that's all I got to say, man.
All I'm saying is the Celtics. I feel like they can make it to that stage, and I feel like they make it to stage once and they fail. It's almost you're literally awakening a giant. I really do believe that. And if anybody in the world tells me that Jason Tatum isn't one of the most dangerous offensive players in basketball right now, I will slap them in the face.
Well, I'm here. I need a good at slapping.
But you know what?
I just had your back about James Harden.
I got a player for you guys.
Spoke the truth.
I got a player that I think definitely. I got a player that definitely needs to win a championship this year in order to cement his legacy. Well, not really to cement his legacy, but I'm gonna go with CP3, Chris Paul.
I was thinking that too.
That guy.
Wait a minute.
It's just like I was thinking
Thunder in this conversation right now.
Well, they're
Are
in the
you
playoffs.
serious? You're gonna put the Thunder in this conversation?
Real quick, I just seen a meme that said 3 greatest point guards ever play the game, and it had a picture of Chris. It had a picture of Chris Paul, John Stockton, and Isaiah Thomas, and I wanted to just whoever made that, I wanted to punch him in the face because
right now,
Chris Paul doesn't belong
number
there.
one.
Yes.
Stockton is number one.
No.
Those
Magic.
people are smoking crack, and I want to know their names.
You said Stockton goes over Magic, Jason? Is that what you said?
Magic's number one.
I'm sorry. I can't. I'm sorry.
Isaiah
Does that
Thomas
offend
is
you?
3.
Did I put Stockton over Magic?
No, it offends America.
No, it doesn't. How many times have you heard Stockton to Malone? Billion.
How many times have you heard Magic is the greatest point guard ever? All the time.
How many times have you heard Magic?
I don't want you to take this the wrong way. I love Magic. Great guy, great talent, good businessman.
Best point guard ever.
At the point guard position.
Best point guard ever.
At the point guard position, I'm going to go with Stockton on that every single time. Because the point guard position facilitates the offense. Magic was a good guy, but he was a point guard / shooting guard almost.
Hey, Siri.
He was almost in the shooting guard.
Who was the greatest point guard of all time?
You're speaking to your phone?
I'm asking Siri who's the greatest point guard of all time.
Siri's don't know that.
Magic Johnson. Wow.
Wait, time out. Hang on.
Hey,
Time out.
Siri,
Speaking of point guard, we're off track for a quick second, but I'm gonna end it real quick.
Yeah.
Yes, I take Magic as the greatest point guard ever, and I got to take Isaiah Thomas over
LeBron.
John Stockton too.
Wait a minute, Eric. Are you telling me that Magic Johnson is better than Stockton to Malone connection?
Yes.
Isaiah Thomas is better than Stockton.
Thank you. So we're on to our very last segment, our rapid fire questions. Each host will have 30 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. There's about 10 to 15 questions, so we'll see how they do. Jelani, I'm starting off with you first. You ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right. Ready? Go. Super Bowl champion this year.
Kansas City Chiefs.
NBA champion.
Lakers.
Ooh, Tampa Bay wins more or less than 9 games.
Ainsby more.
Who wins the NFL MVP?
Mahomes, if he's healthy.
NBA. 10 seconds.
They're probably going to give it to Giannis. I don't want it.
Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua?
Tyson Fury.
College football champion.
Ooh, tough one.
Stop.
Hey, that was a good round, Jelani. For a lot of your questions, I agree with you. Good job.
Hey, you got the Lakers winning, so I can never hate on that.
Hey, listen, I gave you the X on that one, Jelani, but everything else.
No X, no X.
Hey,
Eric,
you ready?
Like I said earlier,
I'm ready.
LeBron's ready.
All right, ready? Go. Super Bowl champion.
Chiefs.
NBA champion.
Celtics.
Tampa Bay 9 or more.
9 wins.
Who wins NFL MVP?
Pat Mahomes.
NBA.
MVP Giannis.
Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua?
Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder?
Tyson Fury.
Who's unifying the heavyweight division?
Tyson Fury.
College football champion. 2 seconds.
Oklahoma.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Oklahoma, really? That was a bold statement.
What?
That bold statement.
Hey, I'm sorry. Did you smoke a bowl before you answer that last question? What?
No.
I can see them. I can see them getting back there.
Can we put up a quick meme of Kevin Hart?
Hey,
I was
Jason.
under fire. I didn't have time to
Yeah,
think.
you were under fire. All right, let's go.
All right, let's go, Jason. 5, 4,
Chiefs,
3,
Clippers.
2. Hold up, man. I'm counting down.
No, go ahead. Hey,
All
start
right.
over again. Start over.
Ready? Go. Super Bowl champ.
Chiefs,
NBA champ.
Clippers, right coach, player combo.
Ooh, Tampa Bay. 9 or more. 9 or less.
Tampa, 10-6.
Ooh, who wins NFL MVP?
Popular Mahomes.
NBA.
Fury. Oh, no, correction. NBA, Harden. No.
10 seconds.
Lord. No, Clippers. Clippers on the NBA. Clippers on the
Fury
NBA.
or Joshua?
Fury.
Wilder or Fury?
Fury.
Who wins the heavyweight division? 2 seconds.
Fury.
College championship.
Clemson.
Clemson.
Got it in, Mo. Got it in. Clemson. I got it in.
Well, you didn't even get it in.
Clemson, baby.
You didn't even get it in. You had like
No. Hold on. Tell me.
You missed the last
Jelani.
question.
Jelani. Did I get it in?
I think he said. I don't think he got it in.
He
But I
didn't
guess
get
they're
it
gonna
in.
count
He
it.
didn't
I guess
get it
they'll
in.
count it.
Yeah.
I didn't get to answer mine. I'm a Florida guy, so we got to get some good recruits in.
Hell, did I get it in? Jelani says
Hold up.
no.
Florida as in Florida State, like the Seminoles?
Nah, Florida Gators.
Hey.
Okay, good.
Hey.
We
Did I
got the
get it in?
SEC
Did I get
this year, and we
Clemson
got
in?
the championship.
You know what? I got to give respect where respect's due. Florida and LSU always play close games every single year. I got to
Well,
give
it's
them
kind of.
those.
It's
I will give you that. They
I'm
do
a
play
Michigan
close
fan.
games.
I don't even know why I said Oklahoma. I don't even know why, but whatever.
Well, I'd rather Oklahoma
Yeah,
than
I don't
Michigan.
know why you said Oklahoma either. I don't know why
I ain't saying
one.
Michigan. Michigan's not coming out of my
Yeah,
mouth. trust me.
Michigan goes undefeated all the way till they get to Ohio State or Michigan State, whichever one comes first, and then they get blown out
They
the
get
water.
whopped.
Yeah.
Get whopped.
Michigan starts the year off.
I gotta know. Hold on. Tell me.
we're 10-0.
I gotta
And then
know.
it's like-
I gotta know.
And we're
Time
like,
out.
boom, nothing.
I gotta know. And Phil, I'm gonna ask this question. I've gotta ask this question because it's been in all of our minds. And Jelani, I'm gonna give you the question because I already know what their two answers are.
We're going to
Who
close
do you
with this.
think-
We're going to close with this.
Who do you think is representing the NBA in the future better? And in terms of taking over for LeBron, I guess you could say the LeBron-isms.
No,
Which
just
go
the
back to
keys.
Kobe and
Just
Jordan.
the
Hold on,
keys.
time out. We should go back to Kobe
Just
and
the
Jordan. Is it, and I'm going to give you mine, and I'm going to give you theirs.
Mhm.
They say Ben Simmons. I say Luka.
No,
Doncic.
whoa.
No. Stop. The question was, is Ben Simmons the successor? That's not who we choose.
Oh,
He's just
my
an
bad.
example.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
he's just an
apologize.
example.
Is Ben Simmons, and I'm going to go ahead and say no, but is Ben Simmons the successor to LeBron James?
Not at
I
all.
said no. Thank you.
Because, and I agree with Jelani. And
So
I
here's my
agree with
question.
Erik.
Hold up. Here's my question.
Yeah.
Because Simmons can score right now without a shot. He's pretty much averaging a triple-double. So give him a shot.
No. I'm not
With the
going to
shot.
give him a
With-
shot. I'm not.
answer my question.
And I'm not. And I'm going to
Answer
tell
my
you why.
question.
I'm going to tell you why. Philip,
Let me
I'm
hear
going
it.
to give you about 3 seconds
He got
to refute
He got the
this.
whole notebook out. Oh, my goodness.
Hold on,
Jesus.
Time out. I'm going to give you the Ben Simmons. I'm going to go some stats real fast, and you tell me why.
Oh God.
Ben Simmons, hold on, time out. 2017 averaged 15.8 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists.
That's 3 years ago.
2018, 16
That's 3
points, 8
years ago.
assists, 7 rebounds. 2019, 16 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds. That's your boy, point guard forward. Luka
Hold up.
Doncic.
Hold up.
My choice.
Can I get some context? Hold on,
time out.
He
time
plays
out.
with
You
Joel
answer my question
Embiid.
After I give you the stats. After I
He's the
give you
focal
stats,
point of
you
their
give me the
offense. So I don't expect him to get 20 points per game.
Joel Embiid's trash.
I agree.
Luka Doncic averaged 30 points in the second season, 10
Doncic.
rebounds, and 9 assists. 30, 10, and 9 versus
They're different
16,
kind of players.
7, and 8.
They're
And you
different
tell
kinds
me
of
why
players.
why anybody thinks that Ben Simmons can ever be the successor to him. I'm saying Luka Doncic. My answer, if you want a successor to
Doncic.
LeBron, would be Luka Doncic based on his stats.
Chich.
And it's crazy.
But hold up,
Go ahead.
Jason. You can't just throw numbers out there because each player has their own play
Really?
style.
Thank you.
Hold up.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Each-
you.
Well,
each-
when the
each
championship's given, what comes down to it? Points?
No, it comes down
Shit,
to
none of
play
them are
style.
winning the ring.
First, they're two entirely different kind of players. Their teams require
They are different players.
Their teams require different levels of skill sets from them Ben Simmons is just tasked out with running the offense and feeding the ball to Joel Embiid, while Luka
or
Doncic
not
is
as
being
good.
tasked out or being the focal
Or
point of the
not.
entire team. As Luka Doncic goes, the Mavericks go. That's how the team is structured. That's not how the team is structured for Ben Simmons. If you take away Joel Embiid, I guarantee Ben Simmons is averaging 28 points per game, 10 assists and 10 rebounds.
All right, let me ask you a question.
guarantee it.
All right, to the one guy that we know that's
Not
the
really.
best-
Not really.
Hold on, time out, Eric. I want Jelani Brown. I want him to be the one to decide because he is our guest, and number two, he's probably going to be the most unbiased of all of us. I'm sorry,
that's
Mr.
not
Brown.
hard with you, Jason.
I know that. Look, Mr. Brown, I know this is probably a lot of pressure for you, but hey, it's on you, baby.
No. I already said I don't think Ben Simmons is the successor, but I agree with Philip in a few aspects. Like, yeah, their team is structured differently. They got two superstars. He's, like I said, point forward, so he's more reluctant to share the ball. I don't think he's going to really be able to develop a shot and be comfortable shooting, though, because like in the NBA game, he's already been in the league for 4 years, and didn't play his first year, of course, because he was hurt. So like I don't think he's going to be able to develop a shot and just be comfortable like shooting in game and all that. Like I know he's been working on the shot and stuff, but I don't think it's just going to come like that. He's going to play the way he does. So that's why I don't think he's like really the face. And the face of the NBA, pretty much is for the successor to be LeBron, got to be somebody that like has the whole package and somebody that's kind of like, you know, unstoppable in their own sense, which we've seen these first 2 years is Luka. But I also think it's like two different classes too, because it's like, you know, the younger class, we're in good hands.
Wait.
We're in good hands.
No, you can't say that. You can't say that. There's two different classes.
No, you have to, because Kevin Durant's still playing.
Everybody's thinking Giannis is going to be the next person to take the reign from LeBron, and Giannis isn't in like the state. Like Giannis has been in the league way longer, of course, than Doncic.
But not as long as LeBron.
Like I think there's a lot of younger players that have a chance to eventually, you know. Phase two.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for tuning into a special episode of the Whiskey Hour podcast. We had a very special guest on with us tonight, Jelani Brown. One more time, tell them where you're coming from. Tell them where you can find you.
Atlanta, Georgia. You can find me on. I have a Facebook page. Twitter is WTG MTM podcast. Just the first letters of the title of my podcast, what the game means to me. So find me.
I like that name.
Too. I appreciate it. And
I like that name too. Actually, I really do like that.
My show soon.
Oh, most definitely.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
I like this. I loved it. Jason's takes. You know, I can see how y'all might get a little upset.
A little feisty in the chat room.
Yeah.
Hey,
I love it.
Can I say one last thing before you close us out, Phil? I want to go back to Jelani for a minute. When he asked us at the beginning, he said he wanted the craziest mofos out there to come on here. Let me tell you something, Jelani. If you haven't figured it out by now, it's us three. You got the three Stooges bringing it to for real.
I love it. And I'm excited for it. Like I said, everybody, when I make the flyer and everything, everybody check out the little NFL banner series. We're going to have Jason, Erik on them for sure. They're respected.
Yeah.
So
just know, Phil and I, we look at sports with hearts.
You know, Jason already throwing numbers out all day long.
Jason looks at stats. Jason looks at stats. A guy could throw a game-winning touchdown, and Jason, I
got him right here, man. Let me tell you something. Hey,
good.
Let me say one thing. Hey, Jonathan, the Eagles guy, if you're out there, I want you to realize I'm going to show you something now. I'm going to show you something out of this binder. Hold on, time out now. I'm going to give you the reveal.
Cowboys suck.
You ready? This many pages is dedicated to the Eagles.
Oh, my God.
Why? Why do you think that?
I'm bringing it hot.
On that
note,
I'm going to kill you. On that note, we're out, ladies and gentlemen.
Blood.
Hey, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Yes,
Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back next week.
Yes, sir.